Welcome back to Amy Kardashian and the Expert Show, where the experts share their knowledge, wisdom, and powerful insights to help you transform your business and personal life. This show is about real world education and beyond. If you are watching live right now, I'm sure you watched the other segments I had with Vital Germain. Amazing, inspiring. He have a very inspiring story. And I encourage you to go back and watch it again at akexpertstv.com. But now I have another inspirational lady right next to me. Her name is Teresa Burwell, and we are going to talk about how to love yourself in the midst of being hated. Wow. How would you do that? That is really another very deep subject. How would you do that? But Teresa, first, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Amy.
Nice to have you again.
Thank you for having me back.
Yes,
it's a pleasure.
I wanted to have you back because I received a lot of good response about your story.
Wonderful.
But for the people who didn't hear your story, can you give us a little bit background, and then we'll go into the teaching here?
Well, basically, I'm a single mother of 4 beautiful children. We experienced the death of their father when they were very small. And in the midst of experiencing that, I just basically had to learn the survival of the fittest, and how to survive, and not just how to survive, but how to stand in the midst of the storm and rain.
With 4 kids.
With 4 children.
And you mentioned you didn't have too much help.
No, I didn't have very much support at all, with one father being deceased, and the others, as they made the children, they just, took off and ran, which, it's hard, but I made do. It caused a lot of emotional, pain.
I can just imagine that.
A lot of emotional pain. And it also strengthened me and my children, as I said before. Just helped us to be a little bit more resilient in life. So that's basically.
So when we're talking about how you love yourself when you are hated, I mean, what we're talking about here, what is your experience? Where did you feel that? Because we teach what we learn.
Right. Hate is a very strong word. My grandson often says, "Oh, I hate that," and I try to explain to him that you can dislike things, but when I refer to hate, it comes from a very deep, rooted background where the individual or individuals have a strong, well, we know what the definition is a strong dislike for a person. And unfortunately, as I've done good things with the nonprofit, I was successful in raising my 4 children. They all graduated except my baby, and moved on to do other things. I also had down days and experiencing, things that I couldn't control.
No, you know what? I'm going to just correct this a little bit, because most people think when you overcome something, you're some type of person you don't have feelings.
No.
Or you never went down, or you never cried, or you never felt the pain.
No.
And that just didn't happen that way.
No.
You didn't succeed just because you're strong. You succeeded because you worked on your strength. Is that correct?
Yes, because I had to fight through a lot of things. In my book, I write about putting my heart on trial. I was a victim of rape. I've been a victim of domestic violence.
As a child?
Well, I was 16. It was.
Yeah, you're still child.
Right, and that particular person was someone I knew. Someone I trusted, and I was violated. And from the age of 16 into my adult years, I still dealt with the ramifications of that rape. And what I mean by is, because I had no control over the situation, things that would present themselves to me that I could not control, I would get out of control. And it caused me to have this film over me where I didn't want to hug. I didn't want to be touched. My boys thought that, it was something personal because I did not know how to embrace them. I thought embracing in love was wrong, that it was filthy. So I basically, had to start to regroup and figure out, Teresa, what's going on. Like I said in my book, I put my heart on trial. But amongst that, I had to first take myself away from the pain, out of the situation. And, when you go through rape and you go through abuse, you feel bad.
You start
feel
hating
low.
yourself, kind of.
Yeah, you feel, guilty. And I spent many years working my way through that, and it didn't happen overnight where I finally got over it. It just was a process that I took. And the first thing I had to do was find something that I was good at doing, something positive, because here it is, I'm 16 when this occurred, but here it is, I'm in my 20s with 4 children, having an inability to love them properly, which can sometimes cause me to even fail as a parent with yelling and screaming. I had to take myself away from the pain of my past and try to find something that I was good at.
Okay. So when we come back, we're going to take a very short break. When we come back, you are going to share with us what did you do to love yourself in the midst of hating yourself, and other people probably do the same thing.
Right.
So we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jamie Lee Metz, CEO and founder of Skin Fitness here in Las Vegas. We've been serving Las Vegas for over 17 years. We're proud to announce we just won 2017 Spa of the Year by Image International. That's the skincare company of the Miss Universe pageant. We offer exclusive treatments like our Time Eraser facial, which uses multiple modalities and literally erases time. Our Pore Purge, which is the ultimate in hygiene, and our Fire and Ice facial, which literally removes and soothes the skin at the same time. Come see us at our new location here in Village Square. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Welcome back. We are with Teresa Burwell, and she's sharing her inspiring story, and I'm hoping that you will walk away really inspired and use some of the things that she's sharing with us that helped her see light through darkness. So Teresa, that was a very hard to even hear when someone really get raped at 16 or whatever age it is, but even more when you're still innocent.
Right.
So therefore, I know probably you started to even hate yourself, so you couldn't give any love. When you don't have love, you can't give love.
No, it basically caused me to set into a pattern of being promiscuous in my 20s, because I didn't have the proper love from my father, and being raped and feeling disregarded as nothing and trash. To have someone come and do that, and then there was repetition behind it. There were other men that tried to rape me but weren't successful. And so trying to maneuver through life, and you have these volatile, violent, ugly things occur to you, it began to take a toll on my self-esteem.
Absolutely.
And I searched for love in all the wrong places, and desired attention from men. And so in my 20s, I got involved with a violent, domestic violent relationship, and I thought that was love. When you get blindsided and this is all you've known, and no one else comes and brings any corrective, positive energy to your negative situation, that was all I knew.
You think this is what's the correct way? Do you think this is what inspired you to write a book and going out and talking about your struggles, so because you want to make sure no one else go through this.
Yes. In order to preserve my sanity, I sat one day at home and I began to think of things that Teresa was good at. You know, not just the men that, you know, back in my younger days, I was a little smaller that thought I was pretty and only good for sex. I had to dig deep and find out, what is Teresa good at doing? I found that I was a pretty good writer. You know, I wrote the book, The Root of Rejection, which is on Amazon.com and Goodreads.com. I started to do the paperwork for my nonprofit. I made a decision that I didn't have any help, and like I stated when I was here before, if I can help one person, that would be satisfying to my heart. And so I began to work on things that were positive.
Can you tell us a little bit about your nonprofit, and then we don't have too much time to go deep into how to love yourself. We need to learn from you how you did love yourself. So tell me a little bit about your nonprofit. What is it all about? And you still have it?
Yes, I've had it for 16 years. It's Single Family Services. I help families or individuals in need. There's no discrimination to what I do. I'm getting ready to become a Nevada Medicaid provider, which will provide non-medical personal care services in patients' homes. And also I work with Toys for Tots to just give back. You know, I know what it's like to feel down, to feel depleted at your worst. And so I use that basically to help people move
to
further.
pay it forward. And
yes.
That's amazing. All of us, when we struggle with something, we want to make sure that we're paying it forward. Can you give us that website, your organization website?
It's singlefamilyservices.com.
Singlefamilyservices.com. So if you know anyone, they need help, please visit that website. So really quick now, we have only a couple of minutes. How did you love yourself? What did you tell yourself, and how can you help them?
Basically, as I said, I identified what I was good at, and I mastered that. I went to work on that. Then I had to take time for me and begin to love on myself. And something as simple as going to lunch by myself, going to the salon by myself. I had to start making Teresa the priority, not to be selfish and evade my responsibility as a parent or just as a citizen in general, but I had to preserve some of my energy to give back to me.
To you.
And also, I had to learn to forgive, not just myself for putting myself in that situation, but I also had to forgive the individual, even though no repentance came. We have to learn that when people wound us, when they hurt us, whether intentional or accidental, we have to find a place in our hearts and in our minds to utter that forgiveness in order to be productive in our own skin.
Now, would you agree forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting?
Yes, it does not.
It does not mean that. Forgiven doesn't mean that you are telling them it's okay what you've done.
Right.
It's not okay what they're done.
No.
Forgiving is completely different place you come from. And so this is your advice to everyone, to say, try to understand what forgiveness is.
Yes.
And first forgive yourself, and then forgive whoever did wrong. And again, doesn't mean is to forget what they're done.
Right. You're not advertising, oh, it's okay, come do it again. Forgiveness only allows you to exist in peace.
Yes.
With what occurred, that you cannot change it. It's over and done with, and it allows you to put your best foot forward.
Absolutely. Can you give us your website really quick? We have only
It's singlefamilyservices.com. You can go to Amazon.com for The Root of Rejection, and email gettotheroot13@gmail.com.
Okay. Well, I encourage you to go to akexpertstv.com come and watch all of the segments with all of the experts and people who wants to pay it forward to make a difference in your business and personal life. Until next time, stay focused on your purpose. And thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being with me
Thank you
and
for
coming
having
back
me.
again. And thank you for being with us.
Are you frustrated and wasting time searching for high-quality education and entertainment and not finding it? Stop wasting your time. We've got your solution. Our 3 dynamic and unique online TV shows provide you with high-quality and easy-to-find content. Everything from business skills and self-development to book and movie reviews and everything in between. At akexpertstv.com, you'll find high-quality experts in their field in one place at no cost to you. Visit www.akexpertstv.com today.